Today in the grain market, soybeans were a little bit easier. They started to build up on the downside as we got closer to the bell. The decline from Monday's high has been relatively steady. This is now like the third day in a row it's down. Right now, what's the news out there? There's no damaging frost or a freeze. Traders are still hopeful for a short-term deal, at least with China. Now that's a little bit of talk about the talks. But who really knows? So the market's kind of taking back what the big rally that started off really at the end of last week. That doesn't mean that all is lost right now, but we're hoping for something else. The weather looks like that the crops are going to get to maturity. That says really a lot, and so our yield numbers are going to be really important. Now, corn was firm today. The futures are staying in a holding pattern. They traded on both sides of unchanged. Maybe it might finish a little bit lower, seeing that soybeans and the wheat were bringing the market down a little bit. But there's nothing much to move the market. Only Mexico last week really bought some corn and helped the market out. But we are 20 cents off our lows, and let's see. There's a cattle on feed report today that might give us the shot in the arm that we're looking for. Time will tell, so it'll be after the close, so then we'll see what happens on Monday morning. Wheat was lower as well. The weaker export sales did come in. Its lowest for the last week since, wait for it, 1991. That's how low it's been this week since then. That's kind of an interesting number at this time of year. There's supposed to be some seasonal strength at this point right now, but it's hard to keep any underlying support. That's why we see the slippage that it does. Overall, though, it's still a little bit higher. Hasn't really changed its uptrend. It's hard to say. This was kind of a technical rally. We knew that it might get capped early. Unless we get other news that kind of drive the market higher, we might see this start to, just slip day by day next week. But who knows, over the weekend we could get some news that could spark a little bit of something in this grain market.